Smithy is a language to model services and SDKs. Smithy is an open source interface definition language or IDL for web services created by a lot of cloud providers, including AWS. In AWS, you can use Smithy to model services, generate server scaffolding, and rich clients in multiple languages, and you can also generate AWS SDKs. Just recently, AWS has announced the official release of Smithy CLI, which makes working with it quite easier. Currently, most developers build their Smithy models using Gradle and the Smithy Gradle plugin. However, a developer would need to have an installation of Java and knowledge of how Gradle tooling works just to build their models, which could become quite cumbersome. And for many developers, this is overly complex, and especially for those who are not familiar with Gradle. And then it wastes a lot of time. So instead of focusing on your model, you spend a lot of time in sorting out Gradle and Java interfaces. But with this newly released Smithy CLI, developers can build their models quicker and with a single command without any knowledge of Java or Gradle. And you can download this Smithy CLI for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, of course, and few other operating systems, which include Linux variants. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Smithy and then few of its commands. Smithy CLI enables you to quickly iterate on your Smithy models. With this tool, you can easily build your models, run ad hoc validations on your model, compare models for differences, and query them. So in order to install the Smithy CLI on Mac OS, for example, with Homebrew, you can simply run the commands on line number 1 and 2 on your screen. I'm using the tab and then installing it through Brew. And then if you need any help or installation instructions, you can just call the help switch with Smithy CLI. And if you want to get help on a specific command, you can use the help flag with that command. For example, I'm using it to see what options are available for build command on line number 6. Now, in order to build your model, it's quite easy with Smithy. Models are at the core of the Smithy language, and building models is the core functionality of the Smithy CLI. As you can see, on line number 8, there is a build command. I'm simply building a model with Smithy. The build command performs validation and generates build artifacts such as AST or JSON abstract syntax tree, other model codes, and much more. So, and then on line number 10, I'm using the validate command with Smithy. Code validation tools such as check style and spot bugs help developer avoid common pitfalls and bugs while also ensuring that the code automatically adheres to standards of an organization. In Smithy, validators help prevent style issues and common mistakes so that your team can focus on more important design consideration. And I believe this is one of the most useful option of Smithy, validating the model. Okay. Then you can use a selector to choose which shapes or data structures to perform some custom validations on. For example, on line number 12 and 14 and 16, we are using some of the selectors. So on line number 14 and 16, we are using some of the selectors to get and select some of the shapes from our model. On line number 12, we are checking the difference between two models, and this is sort of a linting too. Now on line number 12, as you can see, I have a weather old and just simply new weather model, and I'm comparing the difference with the help of the CLI. So this can be useful. This can be useful if you make changes to your model, and then you can check for backward compatibility. And there are a lot of other things we can check with Smithy. So I would encourage you to use the help command or go to its website, which is smithy.io, and I will put the link in the video's description. I hope that you found this useful. If you have any feedback, please put it in the comment section. Thank you.